All right, it is around 7 a.m. on April the 19th, 2019, on our annual Good Friday trip. My wife thought it would be interesting if I would video log some of this. So I'm about to cross over into Kentucky, heading to Red River Gorge. It's a little after 7. I've been on the road for about a half hour. Looking like it's going to be pretty rainy this weekend, and it's going to get down fairly cold probably into the 30s tonight and tomorrow. Testing out a few new pieces of gear, Ultra Superior 3.5s, which I got on sale, and in place of my boots and my new Gossamer gear trekking poles, the LT5s. I am also going to use for the first time on a backpacking trip, potentially tomorrow, a pair of neoprene socks if it is really cold and rainy, as it looks like it probably will be. So about to cross the bridge into Kentucky now, and plan on being on the trail by 9 o'clock.
Trail names?
Yeah, maybe. So we're at the Swift Creek and Rough Trail trailhead. We're gonna hike, I don't know, 8 or so miles today. This is the only 3 of us that showed up of all the people that wanted to go.
More than half bailed.
Yeah, so whether we're the tough ones or the dumb ones remains to be seen. But we'll start out. Heading down Rough Trail. Scott's favorite part of Rough Trail. There's some interesting rock formations and things as you go down. All right, we're crossing Parched Corn Creek.
Oh, like they're saying? Yeah. That'd be a good one to get you.
Yeah, you're fine.
Get you walking away.
So we're about a mile and a half in on Rough Trail. You can see how the canyon that we're down in, still not to the edge. There we go. Extends on around over there. That's our direction of travel. That way, a half mile till a little break and snack. All right, we stopped for a break, little snack. Scott's got a chicken's week's worth of chicken.
Hard-boiled eggs.
Chicken's production, hard-boiled eggs.
A cool hand loop, 50 of them.
Yeah. So we're at Chimney Top Road, where Rough Trail crosses.
Oops.
A little bit of fog coming off the creek. Scott and I are trying to cross the creek, but Isaac's just walking through.
Oh no. Walked over there, took off your boots and threw them over to me. I can wear them.
We're at our next stream crossing, and Scott's waiting on Isaac to make things crossable without feet getting wet. I decided to change my shoes, put on my Zero shoes, Z Trails, I believe. So we'll see how this goes. See how well Isaac's highway holds up. Scott's testing his slackline skills as well. Well, we think that up there is Hanson's Point from the bottom down here by the creek. Half Moon is going to be over this way somewhere in Chimney Top, if we're correct. Scott says we're foreboding in here with these hemlocks, and so I'm a little scared. We'll see if we see Sasquatch. We're on the Sheltowee, somewhere near the base of Cloud Splitter, or not Cloud Splitter, Half Moon, and opposite of Hanson's Point. Well, this rainy Friday, sun's out, slight breeze. I may be regretting it here in a few hours or tomorrow, but for right now, this is working out pretty well. Isn't that right, Isaac?
Yeah. Climb that.
All right, we're down on the Sheltowee, just beyond the base of Indian Arch. We're going to hike around, stay on the Sheltowee, see how many miles we get in before we get wet. But it's been a good day so far. That's the arch up there. The turtle's head should be up in there somewhere, I would guess. Oh, straight up, or frog head, straight up there. You probably can't see it. And over here is Indian Staircase from down at the bottom of the on the Sheltowee, down in the base. All right, we're setting a camp, cooking a little sweet pork and rice. I'm set up over there. We got this tarp set up just to set under, eat under. Isaac there in his hammock. Scott's tent over there. Scott's got a little fried rice, Asian sides, and Isaac didn't wait on us to eat. He already ate. So he must have been hungry. So I'm in the hammock. It's only 8:30 or so. We're sacked in for the evening. Got my top cover on, my chameleon, and then I also am wearing my down booties. I have a 20-degree underquilt and top quilt from Hammock Gear, and an underquilt protector. Probably a little overkill for the temperature that we're going to have this evening, but shouldn't be cold. It's supposed to be colder than this, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we don't get drenched tonight. See you tomorrow. Well, good morning. It's the 20th of April. Temperature dropped a good bit last night. We got some thunderstorms around 9:30 or so. And then it rained off and on some through the night. Now I'm just debating on getting out of my cozy hammock and getting ready, or laying here longer. So it's eternal debate. Made it through the night, a little thunderstorm. Isaac said he's stayed warm. We think he's lying. Scott had some Spam and eggs and oatmeal, and I'm not sure, what else did you have, Scott? Kashi. Basically everything in his bag.
Yeah, lightning in the load.
Having some strawberry granola. We'll see how that turns out. And some coffee. Then we'll get packed up. Pack up all this mess. Hit the trail.
Let's put our acting faces on.
Put our acting faces on.
Yeah.
All right.
Everything's great.
We're all packed up.
Great.
Everything's great.
Great.
No rain yet. Starting to get a little gray. We're gonna hike. How many miles we got left today? Maybe
8.
6, 8.
Well, Kentucky miles 9.
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully we don't get rained on. It's only what do you say, 30% chance, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see.
Very good.
Scott found him a friend. He's giving him a pet and warming him up a little bit. Isaac spotted him on the trail.
Little salamander pet there.
Is that the way is that where they like to be petted?
Yeah.
Okay.
They like to be stroked right between their eyes there.
I'm just videoing. I'm waiting for it to latch onto your finger so we can. All right, so we're down here near Glady Creek, which we will be crossing here in just a little bit. Might prove interesting. And we are about to cross this stream here. Scott's up there. We just filtered some water. So I decided to change out my shoes, and I'm going to hike in these for just a little bit, just because of the water. All right, Scott crossed upstream. Boot boy just trudged across. So I'm going these bad boys, holding my shoes. Woo. Pants might get wet. Interesting here. All right, success. All right, this is our most interesting stream crossing. I went through in these. Isaac's down there, boot boy, just walking through. I'll keep an eye. So he's doing all right down there. See if I can zoom in a little for you. Oh, if it gets deeper than his boots, his socks are gonna get, oop, a little deep there. He's looking for a spot. Oh, he's turning around. Now he's standing in the middle of the stream, debating on what to do. If he keeps going, water's going to get in the top of his boots. If he turns around, he can take them off. Looks like he's backing up. All right, here goes Scott. Water's pretty chilly. Almost knee deep there. So while we're contemplating this, Scott used to play basketball with us barefooted on the concrete, so I'm guessing he has some tough feet. At least he used to. Uh-oh. It was close. Current is pretty strong there, so you have to have a pretty good foothold. I think he's got her licked now. Success.
Straighten up.
Good old-fashioned foot washing
Straighten up.
on the side of the creek.
I bet he did. He made a tickle Peter's.
Look at.
I bet he did.
That's love right there. We'll wash another person's feet.
Peter so much.
Yeah.
There you go.
Scott's debating whether Peter tickled or Jesus tickled Peter's feet when he washed them. I don't know. We'll see. So we're coming up out of from the creek. We gained a fair amount of elevation. Creek's way down there. It's kind of some interesting crossing here. We're huffing and puffing. At least I am. I'm sure Isaac's not. But
It's a horse trail.
all right, we're finally getting into some light rain. Not bad. We're on Osborne Bend trail. Been up and down a few different spots. Kind of neat. Haven't been back through this area before. So Scott and Isaac are up ahead just a little bit. And we're going to keep plugging along. We'll catch a view or two on the way down. Pretty steep descent at the end of this trail to the truck. And then once we're down there, we'll head back to the Jeep and probably to Miguel's for some pizza, I would suspect. So we took a little side trail. Said there was a view. There was an arch, which you have pictures of. But I got the wide angle, so this is going to be really... You're getting ready to see Scott unless he moves out of the way. So, kind of this big rock shelter that goes all the way through there. All right, we made it back to the truck. Isaac's rearranging in there. It's another successful trip with Scotty.
Yeah.
Only just a little bit of sprinkling today.
Yeah,
Not bad. It's worked out really well. So now it's time for some Miguel's.
Some pizza.
All right. All right, I'm on my way back home. Just came through Mount Sterling. Had about a half of a pizza at Miguel's. Good trip. Overall, the shoes I think are going to work well. Might need to get a new insert on them. My Achilles is just a little sore and my left knee is a little sore. So I got to do a little tweak in there. But otherwise, size feels right. Traction was good. Lightweight. And I think they did well. The trekking poles from Gossamer Gear were great. They did a good job. I also had some new meals this backpacking trip from Peak Refuel. Those seem to be good as well. So at this point, looking forward to getting back home, getting my bag cleaned out, dried out after the rain last night, and sitting down in the bathtub. So another successful trip in the books. Had a good time.